Hello crocheters, today we are working on the Crazy Cool Crochet Waffle Stitch pillow cover, and I'm using Super Saver number 4 medium weight, and this color happens to be lemon, and I'm using a size H hook or a 5mm. And now we're going to get started with a chain of 55. And I prefer to start the slip knot this way. Just twist the hook around, yarn over for your first chain, and there's your slip knot. It's a lot faster, I think. So now we're going to do 55 chains, and then we'll do a row of all double crochets. Okay, now to work the double crochets, you're going to enter the first one in the third chain from the hook. 1, 2, 3. Yarn over, insert the hook, yarn over through the first 2 loops, yarn over for the last 2 loops, and there's your double. So we're just going to go ahead and keep going all the way across for a total of 53 double crochets. Now if you still need to learn how to do the beginning stitches, I will go ahead and, as usual, leave a little white box up above that you can click to open up and get my series for beginners that teaches you how to do the chain, singles, doubles, all the basic stitches. So just go ahead and keep going. While I'm here, let me remind you to please subscribe by hitting that little red button down below. And I've got the blog over at crazycoolcrochet.com and my Etsy channel, or my Etsy shop, I should say. And I will leave all the links in the white space in the description area down below. You might have to click where it says show more, or depending on what device you're using, it might have a little tiny arrow that you click or 3 little dots that you click, and that will open up the description area. Okay, we've reached the end of that first row of double crochets. Now we're going to chain 2, turn, and now we're going to be working with the front post double crochet. And once you learn this, you're going to love it. You can use this for a lot of different patterns, and well, let's get started here. And this project will really go pretty quickly once you learn that one. Okay, so now the first thing we're going to do is enter a double crochet in that very first space under that 2-strand chain at the top. If you turn this around, you'll see that your double crochets have been forming this chain at the top. Okay, let me start that again. Enter under that first little chain there for a double. Now we're going to do the front post double crochet in that first double crochet below. So all you do is yarn over for a double, but now you're going to insert the hook behind that post, behind and around. Okay? Yarn over, pull through the back there for a double. Okay, I'll show you again in a minute. So now you're going to do 2 double crochets in the next 2 spaces. Well, I should say 1 in each of the next 2. Now yarn over again. We're going to do another front post double crochet. You're going to skip those 2 double crochets in the bottom because you just did those 2 double crochets on top of those. So go into the next double crochet behind. Okay, yarn over, pull through for a double. Then double in the next 2 spaces. And then another front post double. You're skipping those 2 that you just worked on. Go into the next one. Behind the post. For a double. Okay, so now let me show you what you're going to do all the way across the row. Okay, you've entered the front post, then 2 double crochets, front post, 2 double crochets. So between each front post, you're going to have the 2 double crochets. So just keep going all the way across, exactly the same. 2 doubles, and then the front post, skipping those 2 below. Front post around the next one. It's front post double crochet is what it's called. Okay, just keep going then. When you get to the end of that row, work that last front post double. Then you should have 3 double crochets remaining. So you're going to go ahead and enter the 2 double crochets per the pattern, and then a last double crochet, or I should say a third one, on top of that turning chain. So you'll end up with 3 double crochets at the end there. Chain 2, turn, enter a double crochet in the first space. Now we're going to do 2 front post double crochets and the 2 double crochets below. Okay, so a front post double in that first one, another front post double in the next double crochet, and then a double crochet in the next space, which is actually that front post double that you worked on that previous row. Okay, so now you're doing 1 double crochet in that one. Then you've got your 2 doubles below. You're going to front post double crochet around those. And then a double in the next one. And just keep going for the pattern all the way across the row. Okay, so it's 2 front posts, a double, 2 front posts, a double, 2 front posts all the way across. And what I should have mentioned regarding the yarn, that it is Red Heart Super Saver. And I got this at Walmart, and you're only going to need the 1 skein to complete this pillow, so it's going to be really cost effective. Okay, now we're at the end of row 3. We've done the last 2 front post double crochets. Now we're going to do a double crochet in the last 2. So double crochet there, and then a double crochet on the top of the turning chain. And then chain 2 and turn. And now we're going to repeat rows 2 and 3 for the remainder of this pillow cover. Okay, so repeating row 2, we're going to enter a double crochet in the first space, a front post double crochet in the next double crochet below, and then a double crochet in the next 2 spaces, 1 double crochet in each of those spaces, a front post double crochet around that front post below, a double crochet in each of the next 2 spaces, and a front post double around the front post below. And you will see the pattern forming for the waffle stitch. You can see it forming right there. It's really cool. Okay, so you're going to repeat rows 2 and 3 for a total of 30 rows. When you get to the end, do not tie it off. Okay, now that we've completed the 30 rows, we are going to do 2 rows of single crochet all around the edges. Okay, so just start with the chain 1, enter, single crochets. Just try to make them evenly spaced all the way around. I'm not going to give you a count. And then when you are done with the 2 rows, you can tie it off, cut the yarn, and then repeat for a second panel, identical. Now when you get to the corners, as you're doing the single crochets, when you get to a corner, enter 2 in each corner. And that will give you the nice rounded corners for the finished pillowcase. To finish off that last row of single crochets, just slip stitch into the last stitch completed, do a chain to tie it, leave a little tail, knot it, and that's it. Go ahead and do your second panel, and then we'll come back and put them together. Okay, now that we've got the 2 panels completed, we are going to attach them, and you want to place right sides together. In the right side is the panel with the single front post double crochets. So the double front post double crochets are on the wrong side. So all you do is take a tapestry needle with a length of yarn and attach by grabbing the little chain at the corner on both panels, and then just going around. You'll tie the 2 ends together at the end, weave them in, and get those out of the way. Okay, when you're done sewing up the 3 sides, you will flip it right side out, insert your pillow, and finish sewing or seaming that last end the same way. Just keep going all the way across. When you get to the end, knot it, tie it off, and you're done. That's it. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.